Chapter 1. The demand had started like any other quiet Saturday morning. I was trimming hedges in my backyard when a sharply dressed woman from the HOA knocked on my door, clipboard in hand and a fake smile plastered on her face. "We noticed your private gate gives access to the lake trail," she said sweetly, "and the HOA board believes it would benefit the community if we had keys to it, to improve access for everyone." I blinked in disbelief. My property bordered the lake, and years ago I paid extra to install that gate for private access, a feature that increased my home's value. Politely but firmly, I declined. That's when her tone shifted. "This isn't a request, it's an expectation. You're part of this community?" That night I found an official-looking notice taped to my door, citing some vague community cooperation clause and giving me a 1-week deadline to comply. Something told me this wasn't going to be a simple dispute. Chapter 2. The setup. Rather than argue further, I decided to play it smart. I contacted a lawyer, reviewed the HOA bylaws, and found exactly what I suspected: they had no legal right to force entry to private property. Just to be safe, I installed 2 new security cameras, reinforced the lock on the gate, and even left a polite sign: "Private property, no trespassing." Days passed and things quieted down until they didn't. One evening, I checked the footage from the new camera and caught 2 HOA members, yes, the same woman and a man from the board, trying to pick the lock on my gate. They clearly had no idea the motion alert had pinged my phone instantly. I sent the video to my lawyer and local authorities. The next day, I was sipping my coffee when I heard the sweetest sound: the sharp knock of law enforcement at someone else's door for a change. Chapter 3. The consequence turns out. The police took it very seriously. Trespassing, attempted unlawful entry, and even tampering with private surveillance equipment. Yep. One of them tried to spray paint my camera lens but missed completely. The HOA board was in full panic mode. The woman who had once threatened me with expectations was now stammering on her porch as the officers handed her a court summons. Word spread fast through the neighborhood, and suddenly my once uncooperative stance was being praised as standing up for property rights. The HOA issued a formal apology, and new board members were elected in an emergency meeting. As for my gate, it stayed locked, secure, and for the first time in weeks peaceful. The lake sparkled quietly behind it, untouched by entitled hands, while justice echoed louder than any community rule ever could.